Well, Native American culture is infused with communalism and cooperative structures. It varies, of course, from tribe to tribe, but in general, the one of the main functions of the tribal system was to maintain the communal and collective resources, and which people would have their own, just like in the uh, settler communities. They would have they would have village plots of land which they grew corn and squash and beans on, and each family would have their own little plot also. And it was the same with hunting and fishing. There were parts and aspects where that were communal, where they did community hunts and community fishing expeditions, and there were also individual ones. But but the idea was that nobody would be able to, no one would be put in a situation where as long as the tribe had resources, had food, that other people went without. It was kind of unthinkable. There was a much more of a community responsibility and community sense of general welfare than we have now in America. The America that grew up became dominated by an individualist ideology, where with the that that way of thinking proposes that all good things in society comes from each individual working for their own self-interest, which results in a society where community is lost, where there really is very little community interest, and people no longer even have a space in which they're thinking about community interest. While in native cultures, North American native cultures, it's typical for little children to be always told, for your every decision, think of the seventh generation. How is what you're deciding now going to affect our people and our village 7 generations from now? And actually, when I lived in New Mexico, I had a job working with the Navajos, and when someone was acting badly, they would say, "He's acting like he doesn't have any family," and it's a much deeper concepts of community welfare than developed in the predominant ideology in the United States.